job by Holowadiak to box out his man in front.
Puck put to the far side. KC keeps it in. Picked up by Fayad. Fayad comes into the neutral zone, battles to center, and dumps it deep into the KC zone. Goes to the far side. Puck brought into the Leaf zone now. It's chopped out again. Fayad flips that up high, and the low netting in Castle Downs comes into play. And the whistle will stop with 17:30 left in the first period.
We're seeing some different defensive combinations tonight, Curtis. The defense pairings have been mixed up. Ressler and Holowadiak, Roland and Smith.
Dad's running slow right now.
And Goudreau and Weiss are the pairings for now. Puck down low in the MLAC zone, chipped up and out. Roberts gets it out to the neutral zone. Roland steps up to keep the zone entry of KC at bay.
Puck comes, chipped into the near corner, picked up by Blair. Sent to the far side, held in by Assaf. Yeah, he's putting a big hit in. He's charged up tonight. Here comes the puck. Oh, it's a lead pass up to number 18 comes in. There's a shot over the net. Anders just got a piece of that. Lou was on the breakaway there, couldn't put it home. Puck on the far side in the Leaf zone. Leaves jam that out to the neutral zone. KC back to play. Puck on the far side, back in the Leaf zone.
Puck worked up to the point. Blocked by Baldwin with his skate. He gets it up to Shields. Shields hounded at center. KC turns it over momentarily, but Goudreau moves it up and in. Baldwin gives chase into the KC. Centering pass to Shields. Almost put it through the legs of the tender. Puck still in the KC zone. They will get it out and rush up the ice. It's a one-on-one against Goudreau. He'll keep his man to the outside. Good job playing the body. Looking right at the chest of the defender. Puck rimmed around the boards. Going to have to hustle to keep it in. It's out. Schumacher muscled off the puck at the MLAC blue line. Goudreau comes over to push his man off the puck as the puck is shoveled into the MLAC zone. KC content just to rim the puck deeper into MLAC territory. And a hooking penalty will be coming on Goudreau, but the centering pass back door finds a KC forward who's able to tuck it just inside the post on Amherst and give the Shamrocks a 1-0 lead.
So just throwing it to the slot, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, they've been doing that for the first 4.5 minutes of this game, just throwing the puck on the net, trying to get the rebounds. That was a great pass. Back door right to the forward, cutting to the net.
Oh! And right there, Canal answers for the Leafs. We're tied up at 1 with 15:05 left in the first period.
Well, you take the momentum right back with that, Curtis. Hardest shift after a goal, whether you scored or got scored on, is the next shift. And MLAC answers right back to knock things at 1.
Oh, great pushback by the Leafs. We're back at center here.
Same type of goal, Curtis. Throw the puck at the net, and Canal right in the blue paint to put it home.
Folks at home, I know the internet's running slow right now. We're working on it in the background. Trying to do my best, but Castle Downs is not going to cooperate, I think. Here's Scott coming into the Leaf zone. Pass to the left side to Haynes. Haynes? Comes back to the point. Oh, it's going to skip out. There's a chance for Godot. Godot comes out the right side. Backhand, and he's taken down. Ends up taking the net out. And the Leafs are going to be on the power play here.
Well, that penalty is drawn just as you drive the net hard and obstructed in doing so. Great job to drive the net and draw that penalty. And as a result, your MLAC Scafom-rux Leafs are on the power play.
Let's put that on right there. Got our batter on face-off far side in the KC zone. All right, might be a slight blip here as we swap internet channels. Hopefully it works.
Well, MLAC quick to tie the game up the next shift, Curtis. You score on the power play and get the momentum even more here.
On the far side by Baldwin, wheels it up the ice. Trying to rush it across center, comes inside. Now it's swept off his stick. It's going to come back into the Leaf zone. Cano, back to play. Centering pass. It was chipped, but Weiss cleans that up, gets it back to Canal. Canal, far side, gets Rahal. Rahal chips that in, goes to Chase. First to the puck was McConnell. McConnell will put that down the ice. Leafs back in their own zone with 12 seconds to go on the power play. Puck moved up to Shoemaker. Shoemaker on the far side for Canal. Canal comes in on the right side. Bit of speed. He's caught in the corner by two. So KC gets it. They put the puck down the ice. They're back to full strength. Blair with it. Throws that in front. Goes right through the slot. Rahal clears that up. Gets it up the right side for Baldwin. Baldwin makes a move at the line. Puck chopped off his stick. Follows it up though. Couldn't quite get to it as Blair puts it to the far boards. Lou moves that up looking for Barring. That's cut off by Smith. Throws that right on net. Looking for that Cam Rose goal. Cleared away by Carther. KC gets that up to the MLAC blue line. Stopped there. And it's a turnover. Here's Ben trying to come inside the man. He lost control of the puck. Blair gets that for KC. Put to the far side. Here's Roland with it. Fires that down low. Looking for Baldwin to skate onto. Edged off of that by Curtis. Curtis moves it to the far side. Stretch pass. Trying to move that up to Lou. But that is going to end up being an icing call as the puck went all the way down the ice with 11:32 left in the first period.
Well, the Leafs unfortunately couldn't get anything going on that power play. Tried the zone entry, carrying it in. That was obstructed. Then tried to dump it in. But when you do that for puck control, you need two on the puck right away to get on that puck and get possession. Unfortunately, KC able to clear it out a few times. And as a result, at the right at the end, when they got their penalties player out of the box, they had a 3-on-1 on that rush.
Yeah, pretty lucky there. Got to have some situational awareness. Ooh, bumped off by himself. Ma leaves the puck for Alabi. Alabi puts that in the zone. There, it's picked up by Haynes. Haynes with a shot right on to Anders. Anders, though, able to hang on to that one. Gets the save here with 11:15 left in the first period.
Well, Anders looking like he has some Velcro attached to his jersey. The puck just sticking right through him. No rebounds, Curtis. The shot's on goal now. 10-3 in favor of KC, though we are tied at 1.
Leafs win the draw in their own zone on the far side. Weiss gets that up to Rahal. Rahal left side to Canal. Canal hangs onto it. Tries to feed it back to Rahal. Godot keeps that in the zone. Put to the far side. Casey's going to break out to center. Chipped into the zone by Haynes. Goudreau plays the body on Haynes. Puck comes loose to him. Leaves that for Weiss. Weiss moves that around the outside. Gray's going to keep that in for KC at the far point. Sends that down low. Goudreau for the Leafs. Finding that in the near corner. Pass knocked down. He's going to get some help on the boards. Cadal comes away with it. Pass to the right side to Rahal. Rahal comes across center with the speed. Into the KC zone. There's a shot off the glove of Carther. Rebound goes into the near corner. picked up by Halabi. Halabi moves it to the far side to Gray. Gray picks it up, moves it up the far side, comes back to the point, and there's a shot by Halawadiak. Ooh, heads were ducking there with that rifle, and the puck comes into the near corner. KC moves it behind their own net, onto the far side. Ma trying to move it out of the zone. Uses the boards to do so, but it's going to end up being icing here with 10 minutes to go in the first period.
Oh, we've seen the Shamrocks spring the forward on the weak side. As soon as they get clear possession of the puck, Curtis, the defenseman tries to hit the forward on the weak side, and a couple times it's ended up in breakaways or odd man rushes. A quick up pass, and they're trying to catch the MLAC D off guard.
Face-off won by KC in their own zone. Centering pass by the Leafs as they steal it down below the goal line, put back to the point, kept in the zone. Put to the far boards. Shoemaker trying to chase it up. Keeps it down low, puts it back into the corner for Shields. Shields, centering pass. That's going to be picked off by Gale. Gale gets that out to center where the Leafs take over again. Resler with the puck, puts that deep into the Shamrock zone. Put to the far side. Shoemaker with it. Centering pass, that's knocked down. Coming in to help though is Shields. He spins off the corner, moves it out high. Tipped away by Gale. KC couldn't get it out though. Leafs finding it in the slot shot by Smith that hit a stick. He was looking for a tip in front. Picked up by KC and they move that out to center. Chopped down by Baldwin. It goes loose into the Leaf zone where Roland picks it up. Goes up the far boards. Roland shaking off a check. Now he outlets it to Shoemaker. Shoemaker up to Shields. Shields is going to rush that up the ice. Nice breakout there by the Leafs. They get it into the KC zone where Labby picks it up. He tried to stretch that to Scott. Smith, staying at home, breaks up that play. KC back in their own zone. Now it moves up the far boards. Roland picks it up for the Leafs. Roland gets the pass over to Jaffaris. Centers that, looking for a Saf. That just hops off his stick. KC jams it into the Leafs zone. Waiting for it is Smith. Smith puts it up the near side. Jaffaris, his pass knocked down by Tran, and it stays in the Leafs zone. Roland chases up Tran on the far boards. Tran tries to put it back to the far point. Comes out. Here's Jaffaris. No, that is Roberts. And couldn't get it over to Jaffaris, who's coming up his left wing. Leafs, though, on the forecheck, keep the puck in the zone. Ref gets spilled in the near corner. Roberts upended. Ref not going to call that one. I guess that's getting even for the Leafs. But he got chopped down. Roberts keeps the puck in the zone. Oh, put to the far side. And the linesman, watch out, stripes tonight. Leafs coming up the ice. They get to center and dump that into the KC zone. Weiss goes on the forecheck. Bent comes in to help. Puck on the near side. Leafs get the puck back in the KC zone. Fayad working the boards. He's pushed off the puck. Barin gets that out to the neutral zone. He loses control, but Lou's there to pick it up. Goes into the Leaf zone, taking it the rest of the way. Right in front. Tried to tap that in. Goes past the net wide on the near side. Leafs pick up the puck behind their own net. Bent tries to go to the far side. That is knocked down by KC. But KC loses control of the puck, and it's Goudreau who puts the puck out for the Leafs. KC in their own zone. Put the puck back to the Leafs zone. Put over to the near side by Resler. Gets the puck up to Fayad. Fayad puts that deep into the Shamrock zone. Devin Gray picks it up for the Shamrocks. Goes to the far side. Halawadiak almost kept it in, but lost control. Here's KC, back the other way. Low shot, wide of the net. It's going to come up the near boards. Gray holds it in at the right point. Puts it off the boards, round to the far side. Picked up by number 12, Haynes. Couldn't keep control. The Leafs got it, and they send it back into the neutral zone. Rolls back to the KC zone. KC starting off. Here's number 7, McConnell. Tries to move it to the far side. That is cut off by the Leafs. Sharp angle shot. Was that Gatto? Or was that
Gagne.
Smith?
Yep.
Gagne. Halawadiak tried to put it off the boards. I think he was aiming for Coach Cole there. Puck out of play with 6:12 left in the first period.
Well, the ref's still shaking off the hit from Asaf. The only difference is Asaf didn't lower the boom with his shoulder. He let up. A couple other hits in the KC zone. He followed right through, and the first hit that Asaf had in the game, the defenseman right into the bench, bent over in some discomfort. much like the official still.
Well, I like the intensity level in the first period here, coming from the Leafs. Halawadiak picks up the puck behind the net, bounces off the boards, gets it out to center. That's going to be put back by Guavea. Leafs behind their own net. Resler on the near side. Puck kind of hops off his stick. Casey trying to attack. Comes back to the point. There's a shot kicked away by Anders. Goes to the far side. Gagne with it. Wanted to move it to Rahal. Didn't get the bounce angle he wanted. We'll end up with an icing call here with 5:43 left in the first period.
I like the jump. I saw the jump in warm-up, Curtis, with MLAC, and then you see a lot crisper passes. The breakout is crisper. Just a transition, the flow for rushes. Looks like they're clicking tonight. I hope to see this for 60 minutes.
KC wins the draw. They send the puck below the Leafs goal line. Centering pass, that's broken up by Roland. Roland with it. It's going to reverse. Go back to the far side. Picked up by Shoemaker. Shoemaker up to Baldwin. It hops off him, looking for Shields. Couldn't contain that. Curtis knocked it down. But Smith eventually gets the puck for the Leafs. Up to Shoemaker. Completes the pass, or the dump into the KC zone. Curtis picks it up for the Shamrocks. Stolen back by the Leafs. It's on the side of the net. Leafs pick it back up. Number 17, Guavea, dumped behind the net. He gets back up. He's going to dump Shields. And KC breaking out the other way.
Offside.
That's offside as Smith comes up and starts holding him up. And the slash after the play here is going to earn Guavea time in the box.
Well, so Guavea.
No, I take that back. It's Baldwin going into the box.
I thought it was Guavea. He slashed Smith, or gave him a shot because he was frustrated on the outside on the 3-on-1.
Yeah.
No penalty there. I didn't see Baldwin's infraction. Shots on goal now, 12-5.
100% agree with you there, partner. Yeah, I thought Guavea was going back for that slash after the whistle. Leafs killing off another penalty. This one with about 5 minutes left in the first period. They get the puck out of the zone. Rahal jumps on it. Whole team with extra energy tonight. KC coming up the near side. They dump that into the Leafs zone. This should be icy. Not going to be. Okay. Weiss moves that back to the point. Guavea knocks it down at the line. Put over to the right side to Baring. Back door. Anders read that, but Toe didn't even get the great shot off. Puck still on the far side in the Leafs zone. Lou couldn't keep that in. Gets it over to Guavea. Guavea hangs onto it, looking for the right pass. 1:15 left in the KC power play as they step into the Leafs zone. Past the near side, Baring sends it back to Guavea. Guavea at the left point, handling it. Rahal chips it down. Black gets it out. Now he comes up the right side, chips it the whole way. Oh, doesn't get it all the way in. Actually, it bounces in. So that'll work as a clear. 55 seconds left in the power play.
Black was against Barang, a forward, playing on the back side here for the Shamrock power play. So good job to kill off 1:15 of this KC power play. You got to be aware, like in the EBIT, when Barang is on the ice. Good one-touch pass over for a one-timer to Toe, but he didn't get much.
Trying to set that up in this power play. KC has the puck in the Leafs zone. Now it comes up high. Shoemaker finds it on his stick. He's going to dump it down the ice. Carther sets that up for Curtis. Curtis coming over to the near side. Tries to go back against the grain. That hit the stick of Shoemaker. And Gaudreau is able to put that puck out to the neutral zone. Sorry, that Halawadiak put that puck down the ice. Right on to Carther. Carther waiting for McConnell to come back. Fayad. Feisty tonight. He goes in. He's hanging on. He's going to end up
a hook.
Yeah.
I think he held his stick at the same time or closed his arm off, Curtis.
We'll take another look here. As McConnell gets it. Fayad has the inside track. Yeah. Just hangs onto that stick. Fayad even let go of it, but damage was done. So with 3:02 left in the first period, we'll have 5 seconds of a two-man advantage for KC, and then the Leafs will get one out. KC wins the draw. Bahrain goes to the far side. There's a low shot. Ooh, looking for the tap in by Haynes on the near side. Couldn't complete it, and the puck rolls out to center. Corvea, far side. Now the puck comes over to Bahrain. Bahrain rushing up the right side. Hard stop. Looking for that pass. Moves it for Corvea. Pass comes from the boards. So back to Corvea. Shot on Anders with the pad save. Puck picked up by the Shamrocks. Lou moves it back to the point to Corvea. Corvea to Lou. Lou trying to walk down right side to Bahrain. Bahrain hangs onto it.
Good stick.
Good stick by Roberts. Puts that into the near boards. Bahrain recovers. Puts it back to the point to Corvea. Left side. There's a high shot. And Anders able to read that one. Gets that in the glove and hangs on with 2:19 left in the first period.
Oh, the MLAC PK getting some work here. Back to 5-on-4. Good puck movement by the Shamrocks. Fortunately, unable to connect as of yet.
Draw far side in the Leafs zone. KC initially wins it, but looks like it was an unfair drop. The lineman signals, so they'll redo the face-off. KC wins it. Back to the point for Toe.
That's out. That's out.
Oh, came out, yeah.
Call.
Offside called.
Well, you like this disruption of flow for KC. This continues to get through this penalty kill and go back to 5-on-5. Shots on goal favor KC Shamrock 16-6. So we sit deadlocked at 1.
1:09 left on the Shamrocks power play as they receive the puck in the neutral zone. Curtis in the near side to Bahrain. Bahrain. Left side, there's a shot right into Anders. Anders hangs on once again with 1:59 left in the first period.
Well, great job by Bahrain to move it across the seam to his teammate who loaded up. Good shot on Amherst, but once again, the Velcro jersey of the tender doesn't allow a rebound.
Face off far side in the Leafs zone. KC wins this one. Bring it back to the blue line. Walking it is Curtis. His shot down low is deflected wide. Pinching in is McConnell. Put down low. Leafs get a piece of it. Send it to the far boards. Number 22, Dunlop, sealing the puck against the boards. But is that Rahal? Oh, that was Shoemaker making the extra effort on the boards and sends the puck down the ice, clearing the zone. 30 seconds to go in the KC power plays. They move the puck up the ice to Scott. Centering pass. Comes to McConnell. McConnell steps into the high slot, walks it in, misses the far post. The puck just came off his stick. McConnell still walking with it into the slot. That's blocked by Resler, and a shot down low saved by Anders. KC with the puck at the point. Curtis walking that down. Blocker save. Sent to the far side. Picked up by Scott. Scott lost the puck to Holowadiak. Holowadiak hands it off to Rep Shields. Shields takes the puck, dumps it into the KC zone. Leafs back to full strength. Less than a minute, 45 seconds to go in the period as Curtis walks into the Leaf zone. He lost control of it. Rahal with it, coming over to the near side. He's going to get into the zone. Fires that off the boards, goes back to pick it up. Wanted to get it back to the point. Oh, Resler spills, goes up the other side. Smith has to take down the man. He'll end up in the box. KC with the puck on the near side.
Might be a penalty shot. Let's see. He's trying to figure out who it is. He's going to call it a trip. It's going to be on Smith. Wrestler blew a tire at the blue line. Smith got caught a little flat-footed and had to activate the stick, as otherwise the KC player would have been in all alone. And luckily or unluckily, gets a 2-minute minor versus a penalty shot, but Anders has been deadly here thus far in the first period to keep MLAC in this hockey game.
KC back on the power play with 18 seconds to go in the period. Face off far side in the Leafs zone. Goudreau moves it out to the neutral zone, held by Curtis. Near side for Sador. Sador coming in the right side. Chipped off by Weiss. Lou picks up the loose puck. Cycles behind the net. Goes to the far corner. Still cycling. Right side looking for Haynes. The buzzer goes and will end the period tied up at 1.
Well, that power play breakout by KC. The most recent power play there before Smith took the penalty. Breakout McConnell moved it up to Scott right at center ice. Just a quick little 5-foot pass back to McConnell as he came through his speed, gained the zone, and almost got right to the net, but lost the handle. So KC moving the puck around well, but MLAC answering on the penalty kill here, Curtis, and have done a good job so far in the first period. Obviously, don't want to be in the box and shorthanded that much, and give this Shamrocks team a chance to get out in front.
Yeah, I think Smith's penalty is just one you had to take there. Bresler blew that tire. Not much you could do.
And shots on goal in the first period, 19 for the KC Shamrocks and 6 for your MLAC Leafs.
Let's see here. All right, folks, we will let our sponsors have a word. We'll see you back here for the second period.
Actually, it would be nice to block one or two. Back here for the second period of this matchup between the KC Shamrocks and your MLAC Scafom-rux Maple Leafs.
Go Leafs!
Knotted at one here after the first frame. Shots on goal again. 19-6 in favor of KC, who is on power play for the first 142 as Smith takes his place back in the sin bin for hopefully the full minute 42.
There we go, folks. Welcome back to Castle Downs. Puck just dropped on the second period. KC pulls it into their own zone. Toe has that on the near side. Starts to move it up the ice and into the Leafs zone. Tried to go towards the net. That was blocked by the Leafs defense. Toe picks the puck back up. Comes into the near corner. Back to the point. Sent to the right side. Back against the grain to Toe. There's a shot that was quick on Anders, but it rose above the net. Went wide. KC coming up the far side, walking it down. There's a shot. Tried to go back door. Anders was able to kick that away. And, oh, that was almost springing Rahal loose. Baring picks up puck in his own zone. Rahal chasing it. Oh, that could have been interference.
Good cross check there by Baring.
Yeah. Here comes KC back the right side and into the Leafs zone. Hanging on to the puck, cycle over to the near corner is Guavea. Through the high slot. Nobody there for KC. Who is there? Shields puts the puck down the ice, turned around right in front. Carter and Schumacher, quick shot there. Carter able to spin that away. 30 seconds to go in the KC power play as the Leafs put the puck back out to the neutral zone. Guavea with the puck. Has that on the near side. Shoemaker blocking that entry. Scott picks up the puck near his own line. Sends it to the far side to Nice.
Good job.
That pass tipped away by Roberts. Or no, Shields, sorry. KC has that in their own zone.
Good hustle.
Yeah, he just hangs on to that. Gets blown up at center of Saf. Laying the boom there. On the far side, number 22, Dunlop picks up the puck, comes into the center. Sorry, the slot. Leaves heading up the ice. They're back to full strength. The Saf with the puck. Walks in the slot. Whiffs on the shot. Oh, but turned around at center. Rowline gets the puck over to Saf. Saf flips that into the KC zone. Icing waved off. Curtis is going to pick this up for the Shamrocks. Move it to the near boards. That's cut off by Saf. Saf looking to lay the body tonight. Puck put to the far side. Weiss keeps that in the zone. He's going to fire that on net. Hops up. Followed up by Jafaris. He couldn't get in. Roberts trying to jab it in short side. Puck still loose. Now the whistle goes as we blow play down with 17:31 left in the second period.
Well, laying the body is exactly what's forcing turnovers, Curtis. Looks like a slash coming out of this infraction.
I think Curtis is heading into the box for this one. Second look at the replay, he gave a whack after the whistle had gone.
Well, like you said, Curtis, a staff laying the body, but that line just, bearing down on the defenseman, forcing turnovers and almost scored here, and as a result, you got a power play out of it.
KC wins the draw. They put the puck down the ice. Anders out to set it up. Oh, he wants to move it up the ice quickly to Canal. It skips past him. Toe chips it in, though. Rahal comes in. Here comes Rahal. There's a shot. Carter with the save. Shoemaker on the far side has his stick lifted. Saf comes over to help out. Canal sitting in that slot. Now it's moved up the boards. Blair completes the clear.
Yeah, you're going to want to test Carter He hasn't been sharp here as of yet, Curtis. Not many shots against, but we saw Tomasiak or Tamusiak last time.
True. That's right. Leafs have a new goalie to contest against. Puck comes into the KC zone. Here's Rahal behind the net. Sends that back to the point for Baldwin. Baldwin fires that through traffic, goes to the far corner, picked up by Canal. Back to the point for Baldwin. That's tipped, knocked down in front, backhand by Shoemaker. Puck still loose, Rahal has it. Shot by Baldwin. Oh, he was looking for Canal. That was not a shot, that was a pass down low to Canal, and he couldn't get the one-timer to go for him. KC able to clear the zone with 38 seconds left in the Leafs power play. Baldwin lines it up, rolls over to the near side, coming with speed, gets it up to Asaf. Asaf is going to hang out in the neutral zone now, moves it over to Shields. Shields trying to strong arm it in. It'll be called offside as Shields put himself offside here. And we'll get a whistle with 15:52 left in the second period.
Well, that's exactly what you want to do on the power play. Get the shot on net, get traffic in front, and then puck retrieval and move it back up high. Stretch out the forwards on the penalty kill.
Draw one by the Leafs. Resler picks that up. He's going to come up the left wing and into the zone, spins around. That is knocked down by Hilson, moves the puck out to center. Holowadiak moves it up the near side. That's cut off by Ma. He puts that into the Leafs zone. Roberts back to retrieve it in the near corner. Shamrocks have their player back on the ice. They're back to full strength. Puck turned over in the neutral zone. Scott moves it over to Resler, cuts it off before it can get in the zone. Pass over to Asaf. Asaf comes up the right side, flips that into the zone.
The ref was looking in the corner, not at Asaf getting pulled down, Curtis.
Here comes KC. Nope, that's turned over in the zone. Low shot. Good one by Shields, kicked away by Carther. Asaf back to the point for Roland. Roland has it hop off his stick. He has to come back for it. Roland moves it up for Fayad. Fayad chips that in the zone. Picked up by Guavea. Turned over by the Leafs. Here's Black, gets that up to Bent. Bent goes to the left side. There's a shot right onto Carther. Carther takes that in the crest and hangs on with 14:35 left in the second period.
A great neutral zone regroup by MLAC, and it results in a rush and a great scoring opportunity by Bent. Before that, I was going to say, Curtis, MLAC's come out here in the start of the second and got away from the crisp passes that they had in the first a little bit. Some of the passes a little bit handcuffing players into the skates or on their backhand, so I'd like to see them clean that up a little bit, because you see what happens when you put a couple passes together.
Draw one by KC, but the Leafs jump on and keep the puck in the zone. Now KC will break out. Handling the puck, heading up the ice, number 15, Ma. Picks it up behind the Leafs net. Cycles on the other side, put it out in front. Anders with this 1-2 saves right off that right pad. And perhaps the net came off. I can't see it. Yeah, the net came off. So the whistle goes here with 14:06 left in the second period.
Shots on goal favor your Leafs in the second period, 5-2. KC Shamrocks still leading in the shot category, 21-11 overall.
Draw in the Leafs zone. KC wins it. Shot from the point by Toe. And Anders will make that save. We'll reset with 14:02 left in the second.
Yeah, going back to that power play, Curtis. Canal right on the back door for that tap-in pass. Just missed it, but that was a great setup.
Face off one by the Leafs. They move it behind their own net. Now it's chipped out to center. That's turned over. Puck goes back in the Leafs zone. Holowadiak looking for Canal. Canal's momentum was just carrying him the wrong way to receive that pass. And we have an icing call with 13:46 left in the second period.
Oh, good try by Goudreau to move that puck quickly. Tried to hit Canal with that quick up pass.
Face off near side in the Leafs zone. Comes to the near boards. Leafs have it. That is a cross check from behind. Weiss moves the puck up to Canal. Canal tries to center that, looking for Saffett. Hops over to Gagnon. Gagnon picks that up on the near side behind the KC net. Stolen briefly by Curtis, but Canal gets it back. Thrown out in front. Rahal was tied up. Here's Weiss with it. Carrying that down low. Puck chop off his stick. Oh, it's a 3-on-1 back the other way. Blue, right side, number 16. Barring. Low shot on Anders. And Anders makes a great save there, getting in the glove and trapping it with 13:11 left in the second period.
So Weiss brings it in, gets down below the top of the circles. No forward support. Casey recognizes and jumps out on a clear 3-on-1 the other way. But Andhurst, no rebound again. Great job.
Face off far side in the Leaf zone. Scrambled, now goes into the corner. Leafs have it. Here's a Saf, moves it behind the net. Up on the near side. I think this was Roberts, chops that out to the neutral zone. Blair knocks it down. Here's McDonald, hidden in. McConnell, sorry. Good back check there by the Leafs. Stops that advance, but KC still with the puck in the Leaf zone. Coming up high, now to the right side. Low shot, that is wide of the mark. That shot by Halabi. So hard, so far missed that it comes all the way back into the KC zone. McConnell back to play it. Moves it over to Calabi. Over to Blair. Blair uses the boards. Get up to Sador. Sador chips that into the Leaf zone. Halawadiak moves it up the ice to Roberts. Roberts centering pass taken away by McConnell. Puck on the far side. KC moving up the near side. Blair with it. Dumps that into the Leaf zone. Resler throws that out to center. Baldwin trying to chip it off the boards. Gets it in. Has to contest with McConnell, who edges him off the puck. Moves it up the near side, looking for Sador. Out of his reach. We'll have an icing call with 12:01 left in the second period.
Well, 2 times on that shift. Baldwin in on the forecheck. First time forced a turnover, a bad pass that was picked off. The second time forced the defenseman to miss his mark on an outlet pass on the weak side and goes down for icing. So MLAC, they can keep up the forecheck, they can keep up the pressure on these KC defense.
Puck put down low in the KC zone. Now it's moving up the ice by Sador. Sador moves to the right side into the zone. Or is that Tran? That was Tran. Check that. Takes that into the corner. Leafs jump on him. Baldwin with it. Flips it over the net.
Going to the KC player, Nice, who was not so nice versus Smith.
Shields picks up the puck in the KC zone. He's spinning off a bunch of checks, keeping it alive for the Leafs. Looks like it's jammed against the boards. Ref gonna hang on to the whistle for now as Shoemaker has that behind. Moves that over to Shields. Shields caught in the corner, and KC will finally catch up to the puck. Whistle goes with 11:09 left in the second period.
Smith buried in the corner, and delayed reaction by the official, but then he put up his arm. So it looks like 2 minutes boarding to Nice from the KC Shamrocks.
Face off far side in the Shamrocks zone. Shoemaker wins it. There's Baldwin. Flips that to the near boards. Gets it to Canal. Canal trying to walk it into that slot. It's swept off his stick. Followed up by Rahal. Rahal in front. Carter pokes that away. Here's Canal with it. Taking that up high. Moves down low. Ma won't chase him. Sharp angle comes off the backside of the net. Moved up the boards to the far side. Baldwin hangs onto it for the Leafs. Baldwin flipped down low for Shoemaker. Shoemaker back to the point for Baldwin. Baldwin, his cross-ice pass knocked down by Blair. Weiss has to come out to retrieve it for the Leafs. 1:15 left in the Leafs power play as they start in their own zone. Weiss with it. Wheels it over to the near side. Now he comes out of the Leafs zone across center. Gets it into the KC zone. Toe knocks it down against the boards, but Rahal comes back for it. Rahal almost steps into the slot. Puck swept off his stick. Weiss with it. Throws it down low for Rahal. Rahal checked. Here's a Saf to Rahal. looking for Canal, and the net comes off, and the whistle goes here with 9:53 left in the second period.
So MLAC able to get in and get set up that time. A little bit of pressure by KC keeps them in their zone for a good 10 seconds. And then some good puck movement, but looks like the net was ajar, Curtis.
Face off far side in the Leafs zone, in the KC zone. Leafs win it. Here's Roberts, the left point, over to Holowadiak. Holowadiak hangs onto it, moves it over to, I think that was Resler. Puck comes over to Resler again from Holowadiak. Left far side to Shields. Shields down low for Saf. Back to the point for Holowadiak. Over to the right side for Resler. Chipped up. Oh. Who's down? That is Shields. Shields down on the near side. Took a bump from his own player. He's going to gut it out. Puck in the far corner to Asaf. Back up to Roberts. Roberts hangs onto it. Down for Asaf. Asaf spins off. Steps in the high slot. There's a shot. That is deflected just wide. Takes a funny bounce off the glass. KC is killed off their penalty now. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Holowadiak. Far side for Roberts. Roberts centering for Asaf. Leaves that for Resler, and the Leafs caught offside here with 8:47 left in the second period.
Just like to see a few more shots here on Carver or Carther. MLAC tested him a little bit more. I was going to say a little bit more, but the shots were even for MLAC first and second period at 6, but we still have 8:47 left in the second.
Leafs put the puck into the KC zone, into the slot. Bent with the shot, just missing that far side. KC moving up the near side. Black steals it, throws it into the slot. It skips over to the far side. Curtis picks it up, puts it up the boards to Scott. Scott centers that, gets it over to Wilson. 14. Hilson, sorry. Put back to the point for Curtis. Left side for Toe. Toe with it. Over to Curtis. Curtis walking it down low. Shot wide. Put off the backside of the net. Might have gotten tangled up in there. I don't think the net came off. Oh, maybe it did again. Yep, the net came off once again. This is like Collingwood Arena B.
Yep. Well, shots on goal. MLAC has the same amount of shots as they did in the whole first period with still 8:09 left.
Puck's dropped in the Leaf zone. KC wins it. There's a shot from the point. And Anders, strong presence in sight, makes the save there with 8:04 left in the second period.
Shots on goal favor MLAC 6-5 in this period. Need more zone time by MLAC and a lot more pressure and turnovers, Curtis, than we did in the first.
Face-off won by KC in the offensive zone. They have the puck on the near side. Leafs take it away. Moving up the near side, Gagnon. Sorry. Centering pass. Just behind Rahal. Here's Canal with it. KC trying to move it up the far boards. That's held in by Smith. Smith turns, fires it towards net. Carther with the kick save. KC picks up the puck, move it down the ice. Couldn't connect with Haynes. We have an icing call here with 7:32 left in the second period.
Every time you put a puck low on Carther, he's kicking it right out into the slot, Curtis. The puck's right there. If MLAC can keep it up and keep forcing the turnovers like they've done the first 13 minutes here, it's creating havoc in the KC zone and allowing MLAC to get lots of zone time.
Leafs win the face-off in the offensive zone. Put down to the far boards for Rahal. That was jumped on by Halabi. Puck moves over to the near side. Goudreau knocks it down, pops out to the neutral zone. Reganio picks it up, sends it back to Resler. Over and up to Goudreau. Goudreau finds Rahal, who gets that into the zone. Moves that down low. Oh, Canal didn't see the pass come to him. Now it skips down low to a Halabi, who's going to rush that out of the zone. Left side for Lou. Lou into the Leaf zone. Come back the other way. Low shot. Oh, just missing that backdoor tap in. Canal didn't see Rahal, and all he did was put it down the ice, icing it. Rahal had a breakaway. All he had to do was spin around and find him. Chip it off the boards. Would have been a good one. Nonetheless, icing call here. We'll have the face-off far side in the Leafs zone.
Well, we talk about the zone time for MLAC, but they're just a one and done rush that turned into a 2-on-1 with a second forward driving for the back post. Almost made it 2-1.
KC wins the draw. Shot from the left point by Guevea. That is handled by Anders. We got to stop with 6:45 left in the second period.
I was going to say just that last rush by KC almost made it 2-1 for them, but the majority of the play, Curtis, in the second period has been in the KC end.
Face off near side in the Leafs zone. KC wins it. They put it into the corner where the Leafs get it back. Put it out to the neutral zone. Gouveia knocks it down. Goes to the far side to Gray. Gray puts that into the Leafs zone. Knocked down by Resler. Resler gets the puck over to...
Going to be a penalty. Looks like a cross check. Hoarding will be the call.
Happened early on the play here, so it was on the entry, I guess.
No, I think it was Resler down below the goal line. Got cross-checked by the offending Shamrock player. And unlike what I did do last time, your MLAC Leafs will be on the power play.
Leafs power play coming with a 6:25 left in the second period. The ball will be near side in the KC zone.
Just a quick conversation here with a KC coach who's giving his displeasure to the official.
So, partner, what are you looking for on this power play? Anything low on Carther?
Just move the puck around. Don't force the play. You're probably going to get a chance cross seam on a back door, but don't force anything.
There's a shot from the left point by Baldwin. Carther got a piece of it, sends it to the far corner. Shoemaker with it. Wants to move it back to the point. It is to Baldwin. Over to Weiss. Weiss with it. Down low for Canal. Centering pass. That is broken up by Blair. Can't get out of the zone now. Here's Weiss with it. Takes that up the far boards. That was a hook. Weiss still with the puck. Now back to the point to Baldwin. Baldwin hangs onto it. Picks it back up. Goes low the goal line. Looking for Canal. He can't reach it. There's a race for it against number 15. 15 might be a call. Oh, Ma lost the puck behind. Here comes the Leafs. Turned over in their own zone. KC back with it. Shamrocks bring it back into their own zone. Put up the near side. Tran all by himself on the near side. Picks up the puck. Baldwin chases him. Puck goes loose. Picked up by Baldwin. He spins it back to the near boards. Leaves Canal trying to jump onto it. Can't get there. Tran there first. Now the Leafs will come out with it. Here's Rahal. Takes the outside. Nobody in front for the Leafs. There's a shot by Shields and it's in! A good return back to the far boards there. And Colton Shields will put that into the back of the net.
Let's get the puck on net, Curtis. Almost gave KC a chance shorthanded with a bobble puck in their own end. But Cano right to the front. Gouveia comes out to tie up Cano to make sure he's not an option. But the puck sails right past through the traffic and beats Carther.
Power play goal comes with 4:53 left in the second period. Gives the Leafs a 1-goal lead. Roberts with the pucks on the near boards. Steps across center and puts it deep into the Shamrock zone. Gray back there first. Saff takes the puck away from him. Flips it to the outside. Roberts with it. Back to the point for Resler. Right side for Holowadiak. He's going to put one on. And it's knocked down in front. Rebound goes to the far side.
Again.
Oh, that bounces in. Did that come off the back of him? Oh, it was chipped in front. I think that was Rahal who got the stick in between his legs and just chipped it into the net over Carther. And the Leafs are up 3-1. Baldwin?
13.
13, Asaf.
Asaf, so great job. Retrieval, that doesn't happen if MLAC doesn't retrieve the puck out that first zone entry and shot. Palawadia gets the puck high on Carther, who juggles it, loses it, and then a centering pass right back out in the blue paint.
Leafs coming at you fast and hard right now. They're going to take a 2-goal lead late in the second period. KC picks up the puck in their own zone. Gale receives it for Shamrocks and then puts it deep into the Scafom-rux zone. Asaf moves the puck to the far side, skips the pass, comes back to the point. Curtis with it, walks it into the middle, still hanging on. His shot off the leg of Jafaris and into that far corner. Shamrocks pick it back up. They want to center it. That is broken up by the Leafs. Puck over to the near side. Put down low. Gale takes a hit. Puck put up the near side. Toe picks it up, fires it towards net, and Anders saw all of that, hangs on with 3:41 left in the second period.
Well, there's the pushback right there by the Shamrocks. A little bit stunned here, 2 goals in quick succession. Put your Leafs up by 2, and the Shamrocks with some great zone time. But again, Anders providing nothing for a rebound.
Puck's dropped in the Leafs zone. Contested in the corner. Leafs win that. They shovel it down the ice. No icing waved here. Or, sorry, waved off. Toe moves that around the outside to Curtis. Back to Toe. Moved it up the ice. Picked up at center by Baring. Baring comes in the left side and into the Leafs zone.
Got to get it out.
Directed towards the net. Oh, high shot off Anders. Makes the save. Fighting the picked up by Baring. Baring has it taken away by Rahal. Rahal is going to come up the ice with it.
Puck.
Over to Canal. Bounces out to the neutral zone. Smith is just going to return that back to the Shamrocks zone. Here is Curtis coming up the near side. That's stopped by Gagnon. Canal with it in front. There's a shot. I think that was bent onto Carther. We'll have some.
So 18's right in there on Gameday. I don't know what he's so hot in the head about. Gameday looking for the whistle. KC player now has his helmet knocked off.
Yeah, I think it was the extra stick by Gagnon.
Well, look at that. Look at the momentum. You got the KC bench silent as a mouse, and MLAC bench is fired up here.
Yeah, looking at the two benches, there's a clear difference between them right now.
Oh,
KC
the
very
body
quiet.
language says everything. KC bench is silent and quiet. They've pushed back here right after the third goal by MLAC. Nothing to show for it. MLAC just has to focus on staying with the game plan here, which is keep it on the forecheck, Curtis, for another 22:41 of this game and not let off the gas.
The ref is discussing with the lineman, I think. I think we have all the bodies we need in the sin bins right now. Looks like one for each team.
Well, good job for Gagne not to back down as he was hounded by 2 KC players, which ended up being one who grabbed him up high and put him into the glass behind Arthur. Not too happy that Gagne was searching for the loose puck before the whistle went. But good by MLAC to get right into the blue paint and hunt for another goal here and get a greasy one.
So, partner, when you were discussing that, Bent came off the bench, went into the sin bin. Curtis came off the bench for KCO, but he is not going in the sin bin. That was a fake.
So I'd guess that it's probably going to be 2 minutes each for roughing and an additional 2 to Gagne for a punch up high, so a hit to the head. So I would guess KC's going to be on the power play here for the most of the remainder of the second period.
2 minutes just popped up on the score clock on the Leaf side, so indeed they will be short-handed with 2:41 left in the second period. Face-off will be down in the Leafs zone. As far as I know, it was going, or is going.
Puck moved back up to the top, over to the side, off the post, up high, and into the corner. The start of the power play for KC allows Toe to tee that one up from the top of the circles. Brought into the middle, intercepted by MLAC, and he'll send it down the ice.
KC's number 17, Gouveia, picks it up in his own zone, moves it around to the far side. Rushing up the ice, a Toe gets to the blue line, but Goudreau denies entry. Put up the near side by Haynes. Bounces around the neutral zone. Goudreau gets a chance at it. He fires that into the Shamrocks zone. Down low, Gouveia has Fayad coming up on him. Black almost steals that. Lou with the puck goes to the right side into the Leafs zone. Centering pass, that's broken up. High shot. Anders fights that one off. Looking for the rebound here. I didn't get.
Anders up into the netting. Great stop there as the KC player walked right into the top of the circle and rifled that. Good snapshot. So I was going to say, Curtis, 3-1 lead. You don't want to give momentum to KC. Unfortunately, take a penalty, you do, but we're bearing down to kill this off here.
Face off, one in the Leafs zone by the Leafs, and they clear it down the ice.
Haven't really given KC, well, they've had a couple shots. One hit the post and another one, but haven't really set up that much on this power play.
Black and Baldwin working on the forecheck, take the puck back. Baldwin with it. Go down the ice. He's going to flip it. Smith, so now that's Holowadiak, moves it down the ice. Carter picks it up behind his own net, leaves that for Curtis. Moved up, Baldwin takes that away, goes up the left side. Baldwin, shorthanded just over the net. Black trying to dive back for it. That's taken away and sent up the ice by KC. KC rushing it. Come up the left side. Here's nice. Low shot. Anders with the save. Rebound goes into the near corner. Back to the point. Curtis with the shot. Anders with another save. Rebound picked up by the Shamrocks. Back. That is broken up. Comes back to the line. Curtis with another shot. That's broken up by Resler. Over the near side. Gouveia with it. Trying to go back door. That skips past number 14 Hilson. Sends that down low. Puck out to the neutral zone. Back door. Oh, what a shot. That comes over on the back door. And the Shamrocks put one in on the near side. Jumping onto the play, looked like number 22, Dunlop, scores this one for KC.
Well, 0.6 seconds left, Curtis, and KC takes the momentum back in this game to pull the Shamrocks within one. MLAC unable to get the puck all the way down the ice. And unfortunately, rebound off. Anders was able to stop the first one. It goes off the glass, comes back, and a driving KC player is able to tuck it in.
Unfortunate for the Leafs. They almost went into the period with a 2-goal lead. They were half a second away from doing so. But here we are heading into the second intermission. A 1-goal difference, and we're going to have a great third period from Castle Downs here for you. You want to take a break?
So shots on goal in the second period for the KC Shamrocks, 14, and for your MLAC Leafs, 14. Shamrocks, 2-period total of 33, and your MLAC Leafs, 2-period total of 20. Yeah, Curtis, if MLAC kills off, well, they did kill off the penalty, the extra double minor. And, you know, you watch the clock tick down, and KC doesn't give up. And like I said, MLAC unable to clear the puck to the back wall into the KC zone, even to relieve the pressure, only to get it out to center. KC able to regroup.
Yep.
Get a couple shots on net, and then that final one, Andhurst with a great stop up high, goes off the back glass, bounces back next to the net, and the KC forward driving the net, able to tuck it in just before time expired.
Just in time. I think we're in for a feisty third period here.
We are indeed.
I'm excited to see it. Okay, folks, we'll let our sponsors have a word. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a great third period here coming up.
How much you go with the
Hello folks, welcome back to Castle Downs. We are in a great game here. It's 3-2 for the Leafs as we drop the puck on the third period. Puck comes into the Leaf zone up the right side. Lou puts that in front. Anders with a great save there. Uncontested. The KC players got right in there.
Well, you knew KC was going to come out flying. They got momentum off that goal right at the end of the second, Curtis.
Puck comes back into the Leafs zone. Dunlop picks it up for KC, tries to move that down low. Goudreau cut that off. It's followed up by Asaf. Carries that into the KC zone. Then he's rubbed off against the boards. Curtis picks it up for the Shamrocks. Moves it out to Toe. Oh, that is coughed up in the zone. Back to the point. Holowadiak puts a shot on.
Good job.
Asaf picks up the rebound in the corner. Throws that in front for Roberts. Roberts is tied up. Still fighting for it. He is manhandled, and the puck sent to the far boards. Shamrocks still can't get it out. Canal keeps it in the right side. Then he's pushed against the boards. Puck moved out to the neutral zone now as line change is being made for the Leafs. Here's Rahal, throws it into the near corner. Behind the net, Carter picks it up. Oh, that was a bit dangerous. Leafs get it back though. Baldwin with a shot. That rises on him. Goes above the crossbar. Holowadiak keeps that in at the far side. Baldwin puts that down into the corner for Canal. Canal takes a hit. KC gets it back. They sweep back to the other way. Here's Lou with it. Picks up the puck. Centering pass. Knocked down by the Leafs. Second attempt by KC gets it out. Curtis. Right side to Haynes. Haynes has the puck chopped off his stick. And coming back for it is Guavea. Guavea sets up in his own zone. Pass to the near side to Scott. Couldn't handle it. Resler takes it, puts it back into the Shamrocks side of the ice. Shamrocks breaking out. Picked up by Guavea. Gets across center, dumps that in the right side of the Leafs zone. Rolls behind the net. Guavea follows it up, picks it up. Centering pass to Scott. Scott walks it in, puts it underneath Anders, or underneath the glove of Anders and into the back of the net with 17:45 left in the third period. We're tied up at 3.
Well, that momentum carries over from the second. You can tell the swagger with KC. They started off hot in the third here, pushing hard. Pushed back by MLAC, had some zone time for them. Couple shots on net, but KC able to tie things up. Just over 2 minutes into the third period.
Leafs come away with the puck. Shields puts that up the near side, gets it deep into the KC zone. KC, McConnell trying to move it back to the near side. Kept in the zone. Here's Black trying to dig down low. He's taken down behind the net. Shields with it. Put up the far side. Here comes KC out of the zone. KC goes to the far side. Black comes on the back check. Thrown down in front. Anders had the side of the net sealed off. Baldwin hustles up the ice with it. Cut off. Black follows it up. Here is Resler with it. Puts that deep into the Shamrock zone. Shamrocks coming out the near side. Pass back to Curtis. Comes up the near side to Scott. That's broken up by Smith. Shoemaker gets that into the KC zone. KC gets it back. Here they come up the near side. Pass from Toe to Scott. Couldn't handle it. Broken up by Weiss. Shoemaker throws that on the far boards, and it rolls into the KC zone. KC throws that around the outside. It's going to roll back to the Leaf zone. Goudreau picks it up. Goudreau comes over to the near side. Puts it up the boards. Gray holds the line. Puts it deep into the Leaf zone in that near corner. Goudreau with it. Puts it up the boards. Fayad knocks it loose. Gray chips him off. Fayad pulls it up on the near side. Sends that down low. Shoemaker tries to get it back, but they're going to battle for it. Comes loose into the near corner. Fayad picks it up first. Tried to move it down to Shoemaker. That was intercepted. Shoemaker rattles back for it in front for Bent. Couldn't get the stick on it. Shot from the point by Weiss. That goes just wide. Bent throws that in front. That's going to come up high. Oh, good work there by Weiss to steal the puck back. Goudreau with the loose puck sends it to the far side. That's going to be stolen by Sador. Leafs get it back in their own zone. Fayed crosses center, puts that in the left side of the Shamrock zone. Gray picks it up behind his own net. Over to the near side to Dunlop. Dunlop, far side for Sador.
Forward the boom there.
Play stops with 15:18 left in the third period as the puck ends up in the Leafs bench.
MLAC continuing with the physicality, pushing back here. It's anybody's game now, Curtis, as they say.
Off the draw, Leafs win it. They dump it in the right side of the Shamrock zone. Carter sets it up behind the net. Puck moved over to the near corner. Now it comes up high. Picked up by number 18. Over to Haynes. Haynes low. Looking for Lou that skips past through his wheelhouse. Lou with it. Tried to center that. Comes to Haynes, but that was broken up by the Leafs. Jafaris looking at the right side for Roberts. Roberts will let that roll into the KC zone and go for a change. KC puts the puck to the near side. Over to Haynes. Haynes comes in the right wing. Crosses over to the center. Pass to the left side. There's the shot. Anders fights that off. Comes off the glass. Centering pass. Broken up by the Leafs. Comes back to the point. Curtis takes a shot. Jafaris knocks that down. Resler pushes his man to the outside. Canal comes back to help. Oh, that's taken away by Lou. Lou coming over the far side. That was sealed off by Smith. Smith picks up the puck on the near side. KC there first to move it up the boards. Hilton tried to come up high, but Jafaris sweeps that down the ice. 14 minutes to go in the third period. Leafs get the puck back in the KC zone. Shoemaker holds the zone. Here comes KC with it. Puts it below the net. Curtis picks it up. Curtis goes the far side. That's turned over at center. Rowland standing his ground. Oh, now taken away by number 14, Hilson. Arm of the official up. Looks like the Leafs are going to end up in the box here. KC coming up the near side. Scott chips that into the zone. Smith going to get there first. And the whistle goes with 13:27 left in the third period.
Didn't see the infraction, Curtis.
Looks like Rahal.
No, I think it's going to be Roland on the boards.
Okay.
The MLAC bench. I didn't see what happened. I know the KC player went down, put him into the boards. I think he's calling a boarding penalty. So KC will get their chance here on the power play.
13:27 left to go in the third period. Face off near side in the Leaf zone. KC with a fresh 2 minutes on their penalty clock.
I'm a little surprised. I saw the ref put the whistle away here for a while in a 3-3 game.
Comes out in the slot. Anders pokes that to the far boards. Toe picks that up. Comes up high. Right side. Oh, what a rip. On the near side. Is that nice? Who put that in? It's not usually on the power play. Haynes.
What that was a nice shot. Wow. Up over Anders. Great shot upstairs on the one-timer as he dropped down to elevate. 12 seconds in. KC uses 12 seconds of the power play to go up by one.
Just to feed that through the slot. That was a beauty pass. Haynes completes it. KC now goes up one. Puck won by the Leafs. Here they come up the right side. Baldwin carrying that into the zone. Oh, nice move there. Opens it up. Couldn't get it in front of the net. Chopped to the far boards. KC breaks out of their zone. Here they come up the ice. Right side to Haynes. The goal scorer steps in again. Lost control. The puck goes into the near boards. Back to the point for Curtis. Stays in the zone. Stick by Baldwin sends that puck into the spectator netting. Rigolova face-off near side in the Leaf zone.
Well, KC grabs the lead in this game. MLAC going to have to keep pushing here to tie things up. Anders has been sharp to keep this thing close. Shot total in the third period now, 4-2 in favor of the Shamrocks.
Shamrocks, there's a shot from the point, blocked by Shoemaker. Put it into the near side. Behind the net. Ma with it. Sent to the far side, swept down low by Toe. Comes up the near side, here's Halabi. There's a shot, Anders with the save. Quick whistle, I think.
And Scott hit at the blue line to keep it in. Take a hit to make a play. Asaf finishes his check. And Scott, for KC, went right to the bench in some discomfort.
Face off near side in the leave zone. Leafs win it. Here's Weiss. Moves that behind the net. Over to Goudreau. Goudreau wanted to get it to Canal. Two defensemen, the KC, stood in the way of that. Goudreau behind his own net. Sends it to the far side. Now comes back to the point. Walking it down. There's a shot. Too high. Ends up on the near boards. Shoemaker with the puck for the Leafs. Spinning off checks. Gets on the outside. Rahal chips that out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Toe. Goes to the far side to Sador. Sador puts that up the boards and into the Leaf zone. Goudreau puts that in the outside. Here's Canal with it. Near side for Weiss. Weiss coming up the ice with it. Steps into the KC zone on the left wing. Digging down low. Throws that in front. Chipped away. Comes back on Carther. And Carther able to track that down. Covers it up with 11:30 left in the third period.
Get the puck to the net, and that's what Weiss did. Rahal driving to the net, but Carther able to smother it up and prevent Rahal from putting it home to tie things up.
Draw far side in the Shamrocks zone. Comes loose. Fayad jumping towards it. He's throws that in front. That is going to dribble just wide. Coming up the near side, comes out to the neutral zone. Resler stops that, puts it back into the KC zone. KC going to the far side. Halawadiak knocks that one down, trying to spring Blair loose. Curtis with it on the far side, comes into the Leaf zone, steps into the slot. There's the shot off of Anders, and it goes just wide over the near side. Bent behind his own net, going to the far side. Gets it up to Halawadiak. Gets that out to the neutral zone. KC with it. Chopped over to the near side.
Heads up.
Yeah. Gale almost bit it. Resler hunting there. Here's Bent with the puck in his own zone. Trying to take it around the far side. Oh, he's stopped by Dunlop. Puck put back into the Leaf zone. Smith, near side for Fayad. Fayad coming up the left side. Gets across center. Dumps that deep. Down low, Asaf trying to chase it up.
Good pressure.
Pass back over to Toe. Comes out to the neutral zone. Rowland knocks that down. Sent back into the KC zone. Left for Roberts. Roberts puts that down low behind the KC net. Toe picks that up. Carries it to the far side. Puts the pass up the boards. Leafs keep that in the zone. Near side, Baldwin just rolls off his stick. Number 12, Haynes picks that up, goes to the far side. Put up the middle, rolling with it. Trying to fight off the check, get to the outside. Keeps control of the puck, over to Roberts. Roberts tries to chip that forward, but that was stopped by KC. Haynes comes back into the zone. Makes the inside move, backhand shot, Anders with the save. Puck goes to the far boards. At the point, there's a shot. Anders, blocker save. Smith with the puck, puts it behind. Over to Roland. Roland up for Roberts. It's going to get past Roberts. We'll have an icing call here. And the whistle goes with a 9:09 left in the third period.
Well, that'll allow MLAC to get some fresh legs on the ice. Good chance by KC that last shift after some extended zone time that just comes off the MLAC forecheck, forcing turnovers, but unfortunately unable to generate anything at the net.
Puck put out to the neutral zone. Baldwin almost springs loose, comes back into the Leafs zone. Weiss puts that up the near boards. Halabi puts that up to Scott. Scott puts that into the Leafs zone. Leafs, Gaudreau has that on the far side. Battle it down low. Comes back to the point. Here's Curtis with it. That shot blocked by Black. It rebound or deflects over to the near boards. Excuse me. Weiss with it. Up the ice for Baldwin. Baldwin chips that into the KC zone. Curtis tries to move it up the ice. Black almost walked away with it. Just bounced up on him. There's KC's Curtis starting behind the net. Outlet to Scott. That was broken up at center. Here's Rahal. Puts that into the opposite corner. Goes to Chase. Comes up in the near side. Shoemaker picks it up in the zone. Directed towards the net. And it pops through the slot over to the far side. Canal with it. Resler keeps that in the zone. KC gets it back. Here they come up the ice with it. Garvea, right side to Scott. Scott can't get the shot off. Holowadiak puts that behind the net for Rahal. Rahal picks it up in the far corner of the Leafs zone.
This line's at the end of a long change, Curtis. It's got to go deep.
Rahal gets it deep and up the right side into the KC zone. Good call, partner. Here comes KC up the near side. Toe loses control. Asaf with it, throws it to the far boards. He's going to come up the ice with it. Asaf heading towards the net. He is knocked off the puck. KC in their own zone. Move it up the near side, looking for Tran. That's going to skip down the ice. Icing called here with 7:10 left in the third period.
Well, forecheck again, but first of all, Rahal throws the puck in deep, way into the KC corner. The D-man's got to go back for it, and that starts chaos as Rahal finishes his check, forces a turnover, and MLAC with a chance.
Face off in the KC zone. KC comes away with it, put it up the near side. Smith holds that in at the line. He fires it towards the net, just missing that far post.
Ooh.
Battle for it on those far boards.
Official's going to put his whistle away here with a 1-goal lead for KC.
Roberts loosens it up. Roland keeps it in. Now it comes up the far boards. Smith picks up the puck for the Leafs. Smith rolls over to the near side. Gets it up to Jafaris. Jafaris fights through a stick check. Now he's heading into the zone. There's a shot low on Carther. Carther makes that save. Steers the puck over to the near corner. Comes loose. Toe's going to pick that up for the Shamrocks. Gets it up the ice to Sador. Chips that into the Leafs zone. Waiting for it is Rahal. Rahal throws that. That's given away by Lou. And Rahal ends up blocking that. Comes up the near side. Anders with the save. Smith up for Canal. Canal cross ice pass to Rahal. Rahal gets into the zone. Hangs onto it. Put down low by Gagne. Canal with the puck behind the net.
Find him.
Couldn't get it. Broken up. Comes out to the point. Rushing it up. Looks like number 12 Haynes. Here he comes, Haynes. Low shot. Anders makes a great save there. Able to control it. He even swallowed that rebound. A low shot, and he just smothers it with 5:37 left in the third period.
What a toe drag by Haynes to get back to the inside and get that shot away. Andhurst able to make the stop, but that would have put KC up by 2.
5:37 to go in your third period. Face off on the far side. It's kicked back to the line. Tipped on. Anders makes the initial save. Nobody can get to it. Leafs get to the rebound now. Rushing up the ice is Baldwin. Baldwin coming up the left side. Carries it down low. Leaves it for Shields. Now it's swept over to the far corner by KC. Barring takes it into the Leaf zone. Stopped in the slot. Scott follows it up. His shot deflected out of play by Resler. And we're going to stop here with 5:05 left in the third period.
Good job to get a stick in the lane by Resler and prevent that shot from going in on Andhurst. At the same time, you don't want to change the trajectory of the shot to fool your goalie.
Face off far side in the Leafs zone. Leafs win it, send it to the outside. Toe steps in, keeps it into the zone. Comes back for Holwadiuk. Still battling on those boards. Now it comes loose. Here's the Saf with it. Saf, hard off the boards, over to Resler. Resler hangs onto it, gets it up to Baldwin. Baldwin, centering pass for Holwadiuk. Takes it in the zone. Feeds it to the far side. Wanted Roberts to skate onto it. Battle for it below the goal line, the KC side. Down low. Roberts sidesteps a check. Comes back to the line. Here's Resler with it. Resler fighting off a check from Tran. Sends that, or stick check from Tran. Sends that down low. KC gets it back. Here they come up the near side. Barring. Centering pass. That's broken out by Resler. He gets that into the KC zone, but no further than a few feet. KC going to the far side. Oh, that's broken up by a Saf. Saf turns, fires it. Carter squirts just underneath his glove, but it was wide. Canal keeps that in. Put over to the wide side, picked up by KC. Now it's out to center again. Rahal sends that to the far boards, getting a stick on it. Gets that the rest of the way into the KC zone. Carter sets that up for Toe. Toe puts that over the near side. Centering pass. Broken up by the Leafs. Turned over at center. Here's Rahal. There's a shot right onto Carter. Carter makes that save there.
And that wasn't held. That wasn't caught cleanly either. That was scary. Get the puck on Carter and get a rebound, and you'll tie this game. KC Shamrocks allowing your MLAC Leafs every opportunity to take 2 points in this game. This is far from over, Curtis, with 3.5 minutes.
Puck put out to the neutral zone by KC. Now it's back in the hands of the Leafs. Black going up to the left side. Gray gets the stick underneath there. Black escapes it up to the point. Holwadiuk throws that towards the net. That's knocked down in traffic. Put over to the near side. Fayad to Weiss. Weiss working it down low. Fayad over to Black. Black centering pass. KC's going to knock that down. KC comes out across center with it. Cross ice pass. Oh, now that's broken up. Now it's going to come into the Leaf zone. Curtis and Goudreau. Oh, centering pass broken up by Bent. Bent carries that to the far side. Lou tried to check him. It's flipped up the ice.
Nice try.
Oh, dear. There's a good chance to break out there, but KC caught that. Sends it back into the Leaf zone. Put up the far side. Way too many.
Wow.
I think they had 7 bodies on the ice at once. Battle for it down low on the far side. Shields puts its man in.
It's not going to call that either. Oh, he's going to call that.
They're going to call that one.
And you should call that too. He's got to take nice as well. Nice cross-check Shields after. If he only takes one, it'll be an embarrassment here. That should be take both of them.
He got the boarding penalty.
Oh, Nice comes and cross-checks him to the ground right after. He should cancel out the KC power play. Undisciplined penalty right back the other way should have been called. This official let a couple things go prior to that, Curtis, and finally pulled out his whistle. A little bit of conversion here at the timekeeper's box. Yep, he's going to give the other one too. So after consultation with the linesman, that's good. That's a good job there to consult with the linesman and get Nice as well, because rightly so, he took the KC power play away that they were going to get.
So each team puts one in the box with 1:53 left in the third period. KC still in front, 4-3. We'll have the face-off just outside of the Leaf zone.
Great job by the official not to be scared or afraid to take his time and consult with the linesman. Good job.
Good team working here tonight. KC puts it off the far side. Shoemaker puts that into the KC bench. And we'll have a pause here with 1:42 to go in the third period.
Well, your Leafs have been pushing hard here in the latter parts of the third. I'd say the last 5 minutes for sure. Looking to tie things up and haven't given up by any means. We even see the effort tonight, Curtis, compared to other games or previous few games. You see the effort level and the intensity up from our Leafs.
Leafs win the draw. Gaudreau slides that back, looking for Gaudreau. That's picked off by Toe. Put up the far side. Now it comes into the KC zone. Kept in by Gaudreau. Still, it's right at that line. Comes in the skates of Shoemaker over for Rahal. Rahal's a shot right at Carter. Drops down and he covers it up.
Oh, that's the play right there. Get the puck to the net. Canal's right there looking for the rebound. He gets boxed out, but Carter able to snag it.
Yeah, no rebound there.
But great job. You got a defender closing in and you get that shot away. Canal right at the net gets boxed out, but he's right there for that rebound.
So we got a timeout called here. I'm guessing it was from the Leafs. I didn't look up to see who the ref pointed to.
So we'll look it on the replay, Curtis. Carter stops it on the blocker side, but the puck comes off him, hits his defenseman's skate, and goes back to him. So not a clean rebound control at all.
Wow, that was closer than the first look. They love the face-off.
I think our in-house goaltending expert, Peter, agrees.
Face-off far side in the Shamrocks zone.
We call that a subject matter expert.
Face-off won by KC. They take that into the far corner.
We got an extra attacker here, Curtis. The goalie is full.
Roberts working it down low. Gets it over to Canal. Canal hangs onto it. Throws that in front. Bounces over to the near side. Battle for it on the near side. Now it comes loose. Held in by Weiss. Weiss walking it down. There's a shot that is blocked. Fed to the outside corner. KC gets that out to center. Baldwin throws that to the open ice.
Good job.
Picked up by Canal. Oh, that was read by KC. Asif throws that around the outside. Here's Shoemaker with 30 seconds to go in the game. Goes to the outside. He's caught by KC. Toe with the puck. Gets that out to center. Baldwin chops that down. Puts that on the far side. There's a chance for KC. Missing the post. Chipped back the other way. 6 seconds to go in the game. Put down the ice. Rahal gets the chip on, but it's not enough. And KC comes all the way back from a 2-goal deficit to win this one 4-3.
Well, good effort tonight by your Leafs. Unfortunately, coming up short by a 1-goal deficit. Final score 4-3. Shots on goal in the third period. Obviously, KC came out swinging once they got that goal at the end of the second. Shots on goal, the Shamrocks 11 for a 3-period total of 44. And for your MLAC Leafs 6 for a 3-period total of 26.
It's good effort, good battle by both teams tonight. Leafs certainly gave it their all. Expelled a lot of energy chasing that puck. It was good to see them hustle for it tonight.
Yeah, it was a spirited affair, and like I mentioned throughout the broadcast, MLAC had a lot of jump to get in on the forecheck, forced turnovers, and some good zone time. But it all comes off of hard work and effort, moving your feet, and preventing the KC defenseman from being able to move the puck out of the zone cleanly.
All right, folks, looks like we have a bit of a break here. Next time we're back is on the 21st by my calendar.
So that's probably due to minor hockey week, Curtis.
Yeah, we'll be right back here on the 21st against the KC Voyagers.
And I know the team is going to a team building event on Saturday night at the Silent Ice Arena. That is where the college Nate Ooks will be playing against the Concordia Thunder, so the team will be going to that, or most of the team, as a team building event. That's a fun thing for a Saturday night on a rare Saturday night off for your Leafs.
Rare Saturday night off. Sounds like a good time or a good opportunity to go get an autograph from your favorite Leafs player. They'll be available Saturday night at the Ooks Concordia game.
Well, Curtis, thanks again. This was a pleasure working this game again.
Absolutely, these are fun.
So nice when we can get the band back together. Peter on the camera.
That's right, we got the full crew back. So big thanks to Peter Adders working the camera tonight. To my left, Nathan Smith. My name is Curtis Bykowski. It's been a pleasure, folks. We will see you in about 2 weeks.